Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to our full moon in Virgo pickapile reading. I want you to take a few minutes to just look at the rocks that are before you. Starting to the left, we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. So I'll give you a few minutes to just look at it. Maybe more than one pile is calling to you. The theme of this reading is only time. Release that which no longer serves you so that only time can heal, release, and let go so that you can start new. In this vibrant full moon light, as you look at your beautiful rocks, maybe there's just one. Maybe there's one that's really calling to you. These are the messages that you need to hear right now from Spirit to help move you to the next phase. Okay, you guys. I'll be right back. Okay, dear ones. So now we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. Maybe you're feeling an energy from one card over another card. Sometimes even though the backs of the cards look the same, there might be something about the one card. It's interesting, there wasn't a shadow a second ago and now it just came in, so maybe even that's what you guys need. Also, angel number 222. This pickapile reading is brought to you by angel number 222. And I'll put the information and the timestamps below, and I will see you at your pile, blessed ones. See you soon. Bye. Welcome, pile number 1. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is really exciting for me too, because I don't know if this is going to be the same card that we pulled when I did the cute little, musical prequel. So I'm in this as much as you are in terms of I don't know what's under there. And I had all these piles all separated, and then Spirit said, we're going to do things different. So I don't know what transpired from just a few days ago until today, but all I can tell you is that I have had a good anticipation for this pile for many reasons, because if you chose this pile number 1, I love that this rock looks like a heart, but it also has a face on it. I saw that in the water, that face, like I saw it. I didn't do anything to it. That is not me. It was in the water like that on one of my hikes. And so to me, I see like a sweet smiley face. I see a heart. So to me, this is like a very happy, flitty, fairy, loving pile. So let's see what your card is. Oh, the man holding a heart. Number 45, which is also the number 9. Does this resonate with any of you guys? A man holding the heart. So I'm going to pull some cards. Let me see what Spirit has to say. Okay, I was wondering if we were going to read from the book, but they said no. So Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay, my panda warriors. Oh, there's so much. By the way, when I looked down, it was 504, which is 45 backwards. Oh, that's so cool, you guys. So obviously those numbers, 54, 45, the number 9, if they resonate with you, maybe that means something to you guys. I'm just going to pull, we're pulling from the Moonology deck today. We're pulling from the Energy deck. And I believe that's it. Yeah, just those 2 decks. So, I also, Spirit wants me to say that we are telling a story. So for this, I don't know, you're the first pile, so I don't know how, you know how I am. I'm like, I just go, I don't know what's going to happen. But Spirit wants me to just pull cards and, okay, what do you need to release? This is also the snow moon. It's the full moon in Virgo, but it's the snow moon, which is why I brought out my sweet little snowflakes. I know some of us have had our fill of snow, but also, isn't it interesting that in the picture, it says, what do you need to release? Waning moon, and there is snow in the picture as well. Ooh, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So you may be dealing with a Leo, you may be a Leo, but Leos also, Leos have a lot of ego and pride, you know, the pride of the lion kind of thing. So Spirit's saying there's usually no mistakes in why there are, it's like the archetype, right? So it's like the lion's like kind of like the archetype of like this pride, right? Because he's the pride. A pride is what you call a group of lions, a pride. So he's the king of the pride. So he's like, and you know, and how beautiful, you know. In fact, I'm getting that. I was just kind of playing with my hair off camera, and I just realized that's what they were trying to say. Is like, look at the mane on there. And maybe for some of you, I'm getting this vibe like that you're kind of letting yourself go, but in a good way. Like maybe you're somebody who always gets your hair cut perfectly, like all the time. And I'm kind of getting this wild mane vibe, like Spirit's like, let your hair down. So I'm getting that. I don't know if that's a message for anybody. Ooh, number 25, deceit. It's also the number 7. Deceit. Don't deceive others. So this deceit card is not just, there's multiple meanings behind it. But it's interesting how Spirit had me put that in the background. So let's see what other messages we have from this one. Ooh, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. That's really exciting, you guys, because we're, whatchamacallit, Aries season. What are we? So we are in Pisces season. Whenever you see these are timeless, but we're in Pisces season. But after Pisces season is Aries season. So the new moon in Aries. Hold on, let me grab my calendar. It's time to take action. Okay, so the new moon in Pisces will be March 13th. And then the next new moon in Aries is going to be April 12th. And I kind of feel like this is going to be a time for you guys to be like dancing a jig kind of thing. I feel like you need to work through, for some of you, it's literally like, you know, when I saw this card initially, I saw it as like a masculine energy, not necessarily like a man in particular, but like a man, like a masculine energy. And I felt like, okay, there's a masculine energy that's really holding on to someone's heart and will not let them go. But then when I saw the deceit card, I always, even though this imagery is very androgynous, I also feel a very strong masculine energy every time I look at this card. And I've actually seen a lot of beauty in this card too, but this one, I feel kind of dirty when I look at it. You know what I mean? Like I kind of, you know, I want to bring this a little bit closer so you guys can see it. Because there is definitely something going on in the background for you guys. And I feel like it's a male energy that, in Spirit, I was about to put it up and they said, no, leave it down. That's the point. You keep bringing it back in and they're saying, let that go. And, you know, these these readings are for, they're for multiple people. So if something resonated with you or something like hits you hard, then Spirit's like, you know exactly who they're talking about. If someone came to your mind, you may have gotten, sometimes I'll be doing a reading or watching a reading and I'll get like 3 people all at once. And it'll be really random too, like family members, a friend, and or coworker or something like that, or someone from my past. So that means something. And Spirit is saying, listen, listen, listen. And don't let pride get in your way either, because they're saying, well, we're going to go back to that, but that's what this is about too. It's time to take action against that deceit in your life. And then, and it's here, it's almost like your question is, what do I need to release? Because full moons are all about releasing, right? And so I just love that it's interesting too, because it's the waning moon, right? But it's the waning moon that's getting us, that's preparing us to release things and then like set our new intention. In fact, let me see something really quick. Okay, this is really, I thought so. So it's really powerful. So the new moon in Aries is on April 12th, but from this full moon, or excuse me, let me go back and look at this. From the full moon in Libra, which will be on March 28th. So I'm kind of getting from the full moon in Libra until the new moon in Aries, it's going to be waning gibbous, and then it's going to be waning crescent. And so I don't think it's an accident that that it's the waning moon. So there's going to be a huge focus of concentration around, like right now, I feel like you're getting the awareness, or maybe you already know who this deceitful person is. You already know who this is, and Spirit's like, put him back, like get him behind you, walk away. Like this person no longer serves your life anymore. This is you on your own. And I feel like this is the masculine energy that I was feeling, is that because this he's holding a heart, but he's also got a cute little heart like on his pants, right? I mean, it says right on there, man, but also, do you see the blooms behind him? I feel like for some of you, this could be maybe just not, it could be man or woman, but somebody with a really beautiful masculine energy is waiting in the wings for you. But you've got this person, this deceitful person, maybe they're telling you you're not good enough. Ooh, 1211, by the way. So if you want to look up angel number 1211, it's like, here's somebody that's gonna love you, hold your heart, and look how he's holding it. He's not like holding it and gripping it. He's very loosely holding it, and kind of like, even whether he's holding the heart or it's on his pants, it's like they have your back. And as soon as you let go of that person who's telling you you're not good enough, and somehow I feel like some of you guys have put your ego is wrapped up in this person somehow, like, or maybe they feed something that you need, like, sometimes my partner and I will get in fights, and he'll start going down a certain path, and I'll say, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, I see what's going on here. Like, they want me to feed into this negative pattern that they had with someone else. And I'm like, whatever you're going through right now, I'm like, you need to go figure that out on your own. I'm like, I don't want to play that with you. I don't want to like replay that energy with you. And so I feel like for some of you, you're stuck in this repetitive pattern over and over and over and over and over. And they're saying, you are the common denominator. You're the one. And the masculine energy, your side of you, your strong masculine energy side of you is saying, let go of them. I got your back. Love me instead. You don't need that, whether it's a man or a woman that's a really strong masculine energy in your life. They're saying you don't need that person in your life to like fulfill that energy for you. That's just you lacking, like it could be daddy issues. It could be, somebody who broke your heart. It could be a crush on a teacher. It could be multiple things. But sometimes we take another person or a situation with another person, and we reflect it and inject it into our current relationship with somebody else. So for some reason, you're needing to release that. It's old, it's done. It's like Spirit's like, they don't want to play this game with you anymore, right? Like they don't want to play this game with you anymore. It's time for you to let it go and stop giving it excuses too. Like, look at how hard it was for me to put that card there. These cards are pretty easy to put up, but it was almost like you're fighting yourself. And Spirit saying the second you love yourself and you love your masculine energy as much as you know, it's like I feel like you pity your female side, like poor me, victim side. Not saying that all females are victim, but I'm saying like this is the energy I'm getting. It feels very feminine. It feels like a feminine energy that feels very victimized. And so maybe you're with someone that it's a great relationship on the surface, right? Because they protect you, they make you feel good, they bring you your favorite treats, they love on you, whatever, but you're not really fulfilled because they're not really the one. That message is coming through really quickly too. So they're saying it's time to take action now. Otherwise, you will keep playing in this role over and over and over and over. You will just keep playing it. And I feel like for some of you, like you're so tired of it. You're tired of playing this role, and Spirit saying, yeah, I would be too. But you know what? Don't let pride get in your way. Take some action on that. Take responsibility for your own life. And then once you do, all that hard work will pay off. And by the new moon in Capricorn, which is the end of this year, going into end of 2021, beginning of 2022, it's like all the work that you will do now by releasing this energy, everything that you've ever wanted, everything that you ever dreamed of will come to you. But until then, you will be stuck in that cycle. You will be stuck in that cycle. Let me see if there are any more messages for pile number 1, Spirit. Do we have any more messages, any more clarifiers? Ooh, hostilities, number 26. Okay, so this is an extended message for that deceit person. Also, 26 is the number 8, and 8s are all about infinity. But it could be like this, but an infinity is good in some ways, but not, right? Because if we're stuck in the same hostility pattern, like, you know, or maybe you're somebody who you're really joyful, but then you get home and you don't even know why. I had that too. That was going on with my partner and I, where I would get so frustrated because I would have like the best day. Everything would be coming to me. Everything would be great. And they would come home and they would take their day out on me. And I was like, dude, hey, you know what? I'm like, I was having a super awesome day before you got here, right? And it's like we cannot let other people control our emotions and who we are or who, you know, we were meant to be. Most of what's happening right now on the planet, the hostility action and the energy, is from people not dealing with their shit. It's so like it's so many people just not dealing with their stuff. So just remember that whatever is happening with this person, love them, and even say them, I love you so much, but the energy, I can't take that hostile energy anymore. I can't be in this aggro energy. You need to heal you. I need to heal me. Maybe we'll come back around again, you know, but maybe we won't. But, you know, sometimes people are with us for a moment and sometimes people are with us for a lifetime. And this was the original card, which is really interesting. The Angel of Balance. This was the original card from the little Xanadu musical reading. Angel of Balance, number 48, which is also the number 12, and could even go down to the number 3, in case that means anything for anybody. But 4 and 8 is balance, right? Because 4 times 2 is 8. And, you know, you need 4 legs to have a beautiful balanced table. So seek out your angels. Let me see if there's any angels in this pile that want to talk to you right now, that they want you to work with them, because there's been a lot of angels that have been coming through. Let me see. Hold on. For everybody. Okay, hold on. Pile number 1. Do we have any other angels? They say that for some of you, I feel like there's angels that you normally work with. So I'm seeing call on your team and your angels, your team of angels. But I do feel like there is one. Wow, look at this. I didn't know we were going to pull these. Let me just make sure. Are these for pile number 1, Spirit? Okay. This video may go into a 2-parter. I just finally found a cable for my laptop. So, well, that'll be coming soon. Anyway, so right now, Spirit is saying, you're feeling like this, right? Like, especially some of you who, if your whole life is based on this person or you live with this person, because this does feel love related, I have to say. This reading is leaning towards a lot of, and the, you know, because it was the heart rock, but also with the smiley face. It's like, I feel like, you know, it's like you're wearing your heart on your sleeve, but Spirit wants you to be more like in your smiley face. you know, like being like happier, because the indecision is coming from you not making a decision for yourself, you know. And for some of you, maybe it's because you don't want to break up with someone because you don't want to hurt them, and they're like, yeah, but you can't keep holding yourself back to make someone else happy. You know why? Because you're a healer for the ages, number 51, which is also the number 6. Look at that. I mean, I know that is meant to be a Jesus energy, so you can call on Jesus to be the archangel to work, or the angel to work with you. But you are a healer of the ages. And it's time for you to take action now, pile number 1. It's time for you to take action. Let me see, are there any more messages? This one keeps wanting to come out. Also, they're saying that your door to value is not financial. What you have are just things. They're material things. And look at that. Money comes and money goes. Number 31, which is also number 13 backwards. And the number 4. So, right? In order for you to have that balance, the door to happiness is through you, through your heart. Don't worry about the hows, the wheres, the whens, the whys. Just take it one step, one breath, one bite at a time. Okay? Because only time will help you figure it out. And it is going to take a little bit of time. By the time the end of this year go, like, you know, and you can make this be like, this is your year. Like, this is the year of you, number 1, you know, insert name or whatever feels good to you. You know, this is the year for you. Take some time. The thinking woman. Some of you overthink things too, number 47, which is also the number 11. Some of you overthink things. And Spirit's saying it's okay to think. Like, look at the butterfly and the book. Like, that's good, but that's what they want. That's what they want you to think about. Yourself. You know, what do you want to research? What do you want to learn? What do you want to know? What do you want to do? By the way, I'm about to release my Patreon channel. So it's whenever you see this, it's timeless, so it may be up there, but I'll put the link below. But I'm about to release that. So that's going to be really, really exciting. And, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of spiritual educational stuff. It's going to be $13 a month, and it's going to have like weekly content of all different things. We're going to have special pickapiles just for, you know, our group. So anyway, you know, study, 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 study. You know, for some of you, you're a healer of the ages, but you need this time to work on yourself. You need this time to work on you. Okay? So that, I think that's it. Let me see. Oh, look at that. And they're saying, and once you do, you're going to come into a cornucopia of goodness. A cornucopia of goodness. And when I looked down, it was 2220. And what did I say earlier? That we were angel number 222. So yes, your cornucopia is coming, number 11. The angels are telling you, just stick with what makes you happy. Don't concern yourself about X, Y, Z and the other guy, right? The end of a tough cycle is approaching. Hold tight, my sweet, sweet pile 1. Hold tight. I love your smiley face. And also Spirit saying you don't have to smile all the time. You know, you don't always have to be everything to everybody. You know, people got their own shit to deal with. You don't have to be, you know, something for everybody. And look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm like, they just keep going with you. 22, yin and yang. Balance, baby. Balance, balance, balance. That is your word. I asked Spirit if we were going to have like a word or whatever. So that is yours for pile number 1, balance. Keep that focused in your head. So release all the stuff so that you can bring balance back into your life. And that's it. You're all set. Thank you so much for stopping by, pile number 1. And if you'd like to contribute to this channel or book a reading, all the information will be below. And the Patreon channel, feel free to go ahead and subscribe there too. I haven't done a welcome video yet. I'm still going to do that. And I haven't posted the first episode or the first, I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I'm excited too. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be super, super fun. So, but that will be released on Monday, March 1st. Okay. Until next time, I'll see you later. I love you so much. Blessed be. Oh. Welcome, pile number 2. I have not seen your card. We, when I pulled these cards for the musical reading, for Xanadu, when I was like, did the little prequel thing, that was I so far, because you're pile number 2, that card was in that reading, absolutely, but it was a different card that was faced in front. And so I don't know if yours is going to be the same or not. So let's look at it together. Oh my gosh, look at that. Third chakra, Archangel Shamuel, number 37, which is also the number 10. And Shamuel was in reverse, which means your third chakra, which is your solar plexus, is out of whack. And Shamuel wants to work with you on that. You know, years ago, my husband and I were in this really cool crystal shop in Shelton. If you're ever in Washington, Shelton, Washington, I highly recommend you go there. But anyway, he told me about this rock, and I forgot what is on there, but it's really rare. And so I bought it and I wrote it down, and I just cannot remember. So if you know what this is, please, please, please give a shout out. But it's really neat. It has a lot of different things on there. This little guy reminds me, let me see if we can get that in focus. See that? It almost looks like a sea urchin. It feels like it's from the sea. Anyway, so this, and also this whole pile felt like the sea to me. So if you are in this reading, pile number 2, I have a feeling you guys are a water sign, or you really love the ocean, because it's not just like the sea, but it feels like salt water. So, or I should say, it doesn't feel like just water. It feels like salt water. Like it feels like the sea. And not just that, but like in pile number 1, towards the end, I was so hot. Like I could barely, like, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. By the way, if this cuts off, I will put it into another video. I finally tracked down a cable for my laptop, and that should be here soon. So if this gets cut off, I promise I will lead you to another video, but I just knew this was important and needed to be done today. I was feeling it, because even though these readings are timeless, today is February 26th, and it's the day before the full moon in Virgo. So let's see what messages we have. Spirit, do we have any more messages? Oh, so that's the other thing. We just pulled cards, and Spirit just had me a man holding a coin, number 43. Spirit just had me pull cards. We were getting a lot of masculine energy. And if you remember at the beginning of the year, I said that the bear was one of our spirit animals this year, was the bear, all different forms of the bear, but also it was the masculine energy that we really needed to focus on. Oh, look at this. This came in pile number 1 too. What do you need to release? So this is the waning moon energy. What do you need to release? So we've got the solar plexus, we've got a man holding a coin, number 37, which is 10, 43, which is 7. Okay, wow. You guys are getting a lot of masculine energy. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So this is our third eye, number 4. This is another energy that wants to work with us. Hi, Metatron. Metatron is my boo. Like, I work with Metatron very closely. So in the last reading, I've been feeling a lot of archangel energy, that they really want to come in and swoop in and help us. And the title of this reading is Only Time. And so if you chose this pile, it's because, you know, there's something that only time can help you release this thing, right? So working with your solar plexus and working with your third eye will really help you reconnect with your higher self. The next card that I got, look at this. You are good enough. This is the full moon in Virgo. I was wondering, I let it go into the pile, even though this was the representation of our reading today. I was like, I'm just going to let it go back into the pile. But you guys need to know you are good enough. You are good enough. Here, let me put it up here. You are good enough. And almost like you don't even want to be seen. What's up with that? Why don't you want to be seen, my loves? You are good enough. You are good enough. Okay, let's see what other cards. This is a little different pile. A woman holding a heart, number 44. I love this card because it's very androgynous to me. I feel like so much drag queen energy. Also, if you chose this pile, really exciting news. I just ordered this amazing deck. I was really called to it. I've never even heard of it. And the way it came to me was so natural. So I don't even remember the name of it, but it happened so quickly. I was actually, getting this cord for my laptop and all these other things, and I was called to get this deck, and the deck is an LGBTQ deck. So I'm super excited to work with that. When I was growing up, 9 of my closest friends were gay, lesbian, bi. I've been friends with a transgender person. I'm not saying that was like, I just haven't seen them in years, but we were really good friends. And so I feel really blessed to have been there for many people when they were going through a really hard transitional time, to be able to hold space for them and support them. So I feel like for you guys, this is like you guys. I feel like you are, it's almost like we've got like a lot of heavy masculine energy in front, and then we've got like this female energy in the back that just wants to be there. And I don't know, I feel like she wants to come up here. It's like they want to be there together, like to let you know that they're there for, oh, okay. That's what you're saying. She's saying, I want to go here, like to balance out the energy. Okay. What do we need to release? Okay. Let's see if there's any other cards. And, obviously if there's something else coming through for you. Ooh, this is interesting. This was also in pile number 1. So it's the Angel of Balance. And I think it's interesting that we have 44. That was in the other one as well. So you may even want to go and check out pile number 1, because pile number 4 came up a lot for them too. And I mean, hello, we've got Metatron at 40, which is 4. We've got a woman holding a heart, which is 4 and 4, which is also 8. We've got 48 here. I mean, it's like, hello, there's like something going on about the balancing of your feminine and your masculine energy. I feel like, and it's interesting too, because look at this. It's almost as if the feminine side of you, it doesn't matter if you're man, woman, or however you feel about yourself. It's like, I feel like this energy right here is the feminine side of you, and this is the masculine side of you. And I almost feel like for this pile, you guys are struggling with money. And part of the reason why you're struggling with money is because you're so off balance, because you don't have your chakras are all out of alignment. And for those of you who are Reikis, balance your chakras on a regular basis, if not a daily basis, especially right now with everything that's happening on the planet. I feel like it's really important, for you, pile number 2, and also look at 2, 4, right? Like 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. It's almost like they're saying like you're getting there. It's like you start going, and then you just kind of give up. I kind of am getting this energy that you just are so tired, and Spirit's saying they get it. They understand what you're going through right now. They really do. The whole planet kind of feels really shook, and people are waking up, but they're just not behaving in a super good manner. And I also feel like for some of you, the reason why you're having all these doubts about yourself, or why you're having such a hard time with your chakras, is you feel like you're not good enough. And, Shamuel and Metatron are both there to say they got your back. So call on them, work with them, research them, Metatron, it's interesting. When you look at these cards, you can see like this is how somebody else, perceives them. But when I started working with Metatron, I kept getting this Gandalf energy. Like Metatron just felt like a grandfather who I could talk to, joke with, that wasn't taking things too seriously. And I feel like Metatron, from everything people have said, Metatron has been human before too. So he's really has sympathy for us as humans, and definitely understands what it's like to be in a 3D reality, especially when every ounce of you knows that you don't live in a 3D reality, that you are in a 5D reality. Like they see that, they understand that. And so they're saying, but do you? Because you're holding on to the past. It's like you're looking behind you. You're looking behind you for the answers, but your heart is trying to lead the way. But you keep looking back, hoping that things are going to change, or things are going to, and they're saying it's not going to. And he's like, hey man, I'm over here. I got this money waiting for you. I feel like your masculine side, your masculine energy is like the one that helps you not overspend too, right? So that's a really strong message I got from that. But balancing these two things, right? Like having the balance of both the masculine and the feminine. And I think it's interesting too, because they had me put that Angel of Balance card right there. And I love how it looks like she's almost like trying to give to the masculine energy, right? It's like the heart is going there. She's gifting here, but yet there's something that's still clogging. Like there's something that's clogging the drain there. And I believe it's in here. So really focus on those chakras right now, because the angels are saying you are good enough. You are strong enough, and doggone it, people like you, right? People like you. So release. Also, I'm hearing specifically, what do you need to release? The need to please. Oh, I'm getting that from a strong grandmother. Does somebody have a grandmother who was like always the one? I feel like this grandmother is the grandmother that if like the family was like, oh yeah, that's really great, blah, blah, blah. But the grandma's like, are you kidding me? Like in her mind, she's like, and listening and listening. And I feel like this is the grandma that like maybe has a cocktail and a cigarette and is like, are you fucking kidding me? That is like the most obnoxious thing I've ever heard. Like, you know, like that's the energy that I'm getting from this. This feels like a really funny, cool, down-to-earth grandmother that says it like it is. And they're saying, channel that energy from her. That is what you need to do. Stop worrying about whether people are going to like you or not like you or whatever is going to happen, right? Because the second you do, the door of spirit is going to fly wide open. And also you're probably going to see more doves around. I was really called to that dove like right away. And white feathers from the angels, right? Like from the angels sending you messages saying that you are good enough, that you are good enough, that you are good enough. That door to spirit is open to you 24/7. It never shuts. But they also can't do things for you. You have to ask. And don't be too proud to ask, right? It's also number 5. And 5 is about transformation and change. Ooh, and caring connections. Number 14, which is also the number 5. Caring connections. This could be a romantic, or it could just be a friend, just somebody who looks out for you. This actually feels to me like an angel right now. This doesn't even feel like a person so much as like I feel like this is you, and I feel like these are the angels saying like this is how much they got you. Like they're always holding you lovingly, gently, like you are never alone. You are never, ever, 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 ever alone. Okay, Spirit, do we have any more messages? One more. Oh, yay! And look at that. And Michael's like, and don't you pay them no mind. Michael's like, I got your back. And I love that someone's imagery is this really hot, ripped version, because hell yeah. Dude, whenever I think of Archangel Michael, I always feel this kind of like almost like a girly, like he's so hot. There's something about Michael. He's just really powerful. And what is that? 35? What is that? 8. All of this number, infinity, right? And Metatron also is the symbol for infinity, is Metatron. So Michael, wow, that almost like, it was like sitting there by itself, and then I did something with it. But anyway, that's what Michael's trying to say. Like, he has got your back. You are not alone in this. Call on him for protection. Always call on him for protection. Oh, a man holding a heart. We had this in the last one too. And now look at this. They're saying, instead of being so concerned about being a man holding a coin, right? You're like, it's almost like I feel like some of you are sacrificing, it's like either love or money. Does that make sense to some of you? And always comment below if any of this resonates with you. 3759 angel number. And also it went to 38 like exactly. And so I feel like that might even be an age. Oh shit, Baba! Sorry you guys. Baba just jumped in the window right from me. Okay, thank you, Baba. And they're saying, don't take it so seriously. Don't worry so much about the coin. Worry more about your heart. Worry more about your feminine, balancing your feminine and your masculine energy, right? And go leading with love, 3831, leading with love, always, always, always leading with love, because you know what? You are good enough, and you've got angels all around you. Call on them. They're there to help you. Okay, those are your messages, beautiful souls. Also, I finally am starting my Patreon channel. I'm going to be working on some videos over the weekend, but feel free to follow the link below and sign up. It's very exciting. There's going to be a lot of cool things that are going to be happening here. One last message. I was about to go out and this card was like glued to my hand. They said just a little more patience. Oh, and look at this. Can you see that little baby ant? Oh my gosh, there's a teeny tiny baby ant. And ants are all about patience. Oh my gosh, we've been having a little bit of an ant thing. It started to thaw and warm up around here. So hello. I mean, come on, right? I mean, could that be any more awesome right now? So yeah, and also if you'd like to book a reading or contribute to this channel, all of that information is below as well. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Blessed be, blessed full moon. I'll see you next time. Oh. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. I'm super excited because, you know, as always, Spirit likes to shift things around and toss things up a little bit. And so I don't know if this is going to be the same card that you had for the representation when we did like the little like stay tuned prequel reading. So yeah, let's dive in and see. Oh, no, it's not, but it's so perfect. I love it because look at that. It's 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. Excuse me. Woo. Angel number 4007, which is actually the number 11 as well. And this is number 11, number 38. I love it. So that is your angel number. So 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael is all about healing and love. It's our heart chakra. It's green and pretty. So I love that you guys chose this pile because this is one of my favorite. I have a lot of rocks that look like hearts, but this is one of my favorite ones because almost every way you look at it, it looks like a heart. And I wish you guys could see Bubba. She just scared the crap out of me in my last reading. She jumped up into the window and now she's like just in the window like watching us. So hello to any of you who are Bubba fans. That's her little hello. Also angel number 4050 just came through, which is also the number 9. So let's just jump right into it. So our theme is only time. What do we need to release in this full moon in Virgo? Okay, you know, only time will tell us how long it's going to be or what's going to happen. But let's see, let's get some, I'm feeling a little, do you want me? Okay, I guess they want me to read from the book. Also, you guys, I'm very close. My laptop cord is arriving soon in the next day or so. So I apologize if this gets cut off. I will do 2 videos. But for right now, they're having me actually read from the book. And it says 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael is about love, compassion, and acceptance. Raphael extends a beautiful green energy surrounded by gentle waves of pink to your heart center. This card upright indicates that you now have a greater readiness to receive love from others as well as from yourself. It could also indicate that a much needed healing from a previous broken heart has taken place. That's what I felt too. I didn't remember reading this card. It's been a long time, but I felt brokenhearted right away. Even when it was the other card as the representation, I felt broken heart. And even though pile number 1 looks like a heart as well, this one. So I love you, my beautiful broken heart pile. It says the tender vibrations of Raphael remind you to encourage yourself with the compassionate self-talk that you desire to hear from others. Know that as you do, the light from your heart center will shine with an irresistible beauty, and the universe will send people and situations that cause your sense of love and support to grow and grow. Yes, have you ever heard that saying, you know, like, it's like the law of attraction, also angel number 4233. Whenever I put out numbers, if it resonates with you, it's for you to do the homework to look it up. So you would do like Google angel number 4233. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some more clarifiers, Spirit, for this beautiful broken heart. Okay, strategy number 21. They're having me put cards up and we're kind of telling a story. You know, if you're in this tribe, if you're here, you're a powerful light worker, you could read for yourself, but maybe you're kind of new, quote unquote, and you're not new, you're old, you're remembering that part about yourself. By the way, can you guys see the ant? There's a little baby ant in there, and it came in the last reading right when we put out the word patience. So you may be drawn to pile number 2 as well. Ooh, and this is the 3rd time. This is the 3rd time this has come in. So I'm going to say, even though our title is only time, balance. It's like only time. I feel like only time will we all find balance, right? But it takes time to heal a broken heart. You know, broken hearts don't just mend in a day. You know, the only time, if you see somebody who's like, say someone's been with someone for like 8 years, and then they break up and they're like super happy and you're like, are you okay? most likely they are okay because they realized that they weren't in love with that person anymore. But maybe the other person in the relationship is like devastated because they were genuinely in love with that person. It's like, it just takes each of us longer to get out of something. And just because someone is with someone for 8 years doesn't mean they don't love them, but maybe they weren't in love with them. And so I'm feeling like this broken heart is really deep for you guys. This feels I'm going to put her back here. This broken heart feels really deep. This feels like a parent. This heartbreak. It doesn't feel like just okay, here we go. Yeah, this feels like a soul contract, absolutely, without a doubt, and a Libra. If you have a Libra in your life, which is, I have to tell you, I was just thinking about somebody in my life who's a Libra, so I was like, wow, that's a trip. So maybe it's for you too. So maybe this is somebody that was in your soul contract to go through that experience with them, but that doesn't mean that you have to stay in that energy with them. That doesn't mean you have to keep going, right? It's like, I feel like this strategy is going to come into play for that as well. Okay, so they're having me hold those. There's some other clarifiers they want me to say first. We've pulled quite a few cards already. Okay, so they're saying with this individual, bring love into the situation. We just had a new moon in Aquarius a few weeks ago. Now we're in the full moon in Virgo, but the Aquarius, they're the water bringers. That's what the water is about. Even though it's an air sign, Aquarius, they call them the water bringers. And for many reasons. So this could be an Aquarius that you're dealing with, or maybe you're the Aquarius dealing with a Libra, but I am getting that really strongly. Also, I feel like Raphael, I forget which sign, but you know how each archangel, Raphael is air. So that would make sense, the Aquarius. So it could be an air sign that you're dealing with too. It could be a Gemini. And I think, aren't Libras air too? I believe that they are. You know what? Hold on one second. Yeah, it is. I just wanted to be sure. Some of you probably already know because you are. But, and it's not just with the Libra being an air sign and the soul contract, but the justice, how justice is blind, right? Like she's got like the blindfold over her face and she's holding up the scales of justice. So I feel like for some of you, it's like this justice, this is your own personal justice. This is something that needed to happen for you guys. Like this was this breakup had to happen. And breakups aren't always forever, right? Sometimes, oh, listen, look at this. Spirit told me to pull this out. Sometimes it's a time to give rather than take, and maybe that giving is to yourself. And I think it's interesting that we're at the full moon in Virgo, and then you guys pulled the new moon in Virgo. So I feel like from now, again, these are always timeless, but from now, from this energy until the new moon in Virgo, which is going to be probably sometime in Virgo. Well, Virgo's the end of August, beginning of September. So around that time, towards like the end of summer going into fall, it's going to be a lot easier and you won't have to be walking around with your eyes closed like that. And Spirit is saying, yes, you need to give to yourself because you give and give and give and give and give and give, but you're not giving, you're giving to everybody else but yourself. And this is a time for them to give to you rather than take from you. That's part of that soul contract too. Time to give rather than take. I don't know where she wants to go. Oops, we lost that. Ooh. And this is yeah, I'm going to say right now, I'm like, this is somebody that's going to be really difficult for you guys, which is why you're going to have to bring love into the situation and why Raphael, I'm going to put strategy back here because I feel like, yeah, there's whoever this person is, you guys, they're not nice to you. And it's like Stockholm syndrome for some of you guys. I feel like you're allowing things to happen this way because it's just always been this way, right? Like maybe it's a family or a friend or somebody. And that's the nature of your relationship. That's the way it's always been. Like, I remember I watched this old Big Bang Theory episode where one of the guy's bullies comes back and the bully's like, what are you talking about? We had so much fun. We had so, he's like, I wasn't having fun. He's like, you were so mean to me. He's like, oh my gosh, come on. We all cracked up. It was so funny. And he's like stuffing me into a locker and time, you know, he's like, no, that wasn't funny. That was terrorizing for me, you know? And he's like, that's Bubba, by the way. It's Bubba doing a little dance out in front of the window. She doesn't even want to come in. I don't know. She just wants to, you know, but anyway, you know, it's we all look at things from a different perspective, and if somebody is saying to you, oh, don't worry about it, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, well, clearly it's not fine for you. And if you don't like the way they're talking to you or treating you, stand up to that bully. Stand up to that person in your life. Call on Archangel Michael and say, fuck off. You don't have to literally say fuck off, but you can send this like very protective energy of yourself. And, you know, bring love into the situation first, right? Try and work with love first. Work with your heart chakra while you're doing that. But you know what? You shouldn't have to have your eyes closed. Archangel Michael is like, I've got your back. These are the archangels I want you to work with over this full moon energy and until the next new moon cycle. So you want to work with your fourth chakra and your first chakra. So we're heart chakra and our root chakra. And that makes sense with the root chakra with a broken heart, right? Like if you're not grounded and you're not rooted in your own energy, how are you ever supposed to like move forward or heal? It's like this contract is over. Now it's time. Look at that, Michael got that right. Now it's time for you to form a new strategy for yourself. Don't worry about somebody else. This is your time. Start journaling, writing down what you want. Look for white feathers. Those will be signs from the angels letting you know that they got your back. And who cares if anybody's making fun of you or giving you shit or whatever, you get out of that, right? Because the angels are right here and they are balancing all of this energy for you so that you don't have to take it on by yourself. And they want you to know that once you release that person from your life, like a thorn in your side, the end of a they're saying right now is the end of a tough cycle. And by the full moon in Capricorn, which we just, right now we're in the full moon in Virgo. So the full moon in Capricorn will be, hold on. So the full moon in Capricorn will be around Cancer season. It's usually in Cancer season, so that's going to be sometime in the summer. Okay, so end of June to third week in July, in that Cancer season. And also Cancer is all about emotions, and this full moon has a lot of emotions into it. Even look at the water bearer, So purge what you need to purge, release what you need to release, because once you let go of that, right? Then you got nothing but victory. Number 28, which is also the number 10. You'll have nothing but victory just waiting for you with these angels who got your back. Number 28. And let me see if there's any more. I feel like there's some cards down here. Hold on. Let's just see what we got here. Let's see. 5158. That's also an angel number for somebody. So 5158, 5158. Any more cards, Spirit? Any more clarifiers for this pile? Any more messages that you want to give them? Okay, let's see if we have any more messages. It's one of those kind of days the weather keeps going in and out. So I'm sorry about the light, but also not sorry because it looks amazing right now. And it looks like it's about to storm down. It's like that kind of thing. Ooh, yes, you're going to run into some hostilities. This came up in pile number 2 as well. You're going to run into some hostilities with these people, right? Because they're used to manipulating you and controlling you and taking and taking and taking and taking and taking. I had to actually block out. I went through my contacts and deleted every person who triggers me in any way. And it's funny because lately people are like, you really need to deal with it. You need to deal with your triggers. And I'm like, yes, but it is nobody. We are all at our own, each individual pace. So it's like you could be working through a dark night of the soul moment where you don't need to be triggered anymore. You're already working with something. So don't overstimulate yourself in the healing process. Take it a bite at a time. So if there are people that you don't want to even see their messages pop up on your feed, block them. Block their number from your phone. You can do that. There's so many ways to do that now, and get yourself into balance. You've been giving way too much, and you are feeling like so off balance. And Michael and Raphael are like, nope, we got you. Look at this victory up here. Balance. We got you. We got you. We got you. Okay, any more messages, Spirit? I just want to see if these are for you guys, because oh, it is. Okay, so number 12, the temple path. Okay, this is a clarifier for you guys. I'm going to read the book on this because I was really pulled to do so. So the temple path is about spiritual purpose and support. Receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. The winding path you are on leads to a blessed temple and a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny your soul has made in mind for this lifetime. This card upright is here to tell you that what you're going through now is all part of your soul's process. Oh, wait to hear this, you guys. You are on a karmic path and heading in the right direction, and the choices you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. The lights around the temple represent the spirit world, your family members and friends, angels, and guides, all the loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful life expanding time, so keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways, and connecting with spirit and your higher self will have a wonderful influence on all that you experience. Yes, look at this. So when you're really having a tough time, see how the hostilities card went fuzzy in the background? Just put him, don't pay him no mind. 5512, don't pay him no mind. Don't pay him no mind. You got all those angels over there instead. And look at this beautiful temple. Picture this beautiful temple in your mind. When you're having a tough time, picture this beautiful temple in your mind. Okay, let's see if there are any more cards for this pile. Oh, and have patience with yourself and others, because we are all at our own level of consciousness. You can't expect someone to be where you are. And that's why it hurts so much, right? Because we know they have good hearts, good souls, yada, yada, yada. We know this. But Spirit's saying, look at that beautiful archangel in there. But this angel is saying, they're not where you are, my love. And look at that, the clock. They have me come in. And what is this titled? Only time. Exactly. Only time. Give it some time. Give yourself some time. Give yourself some breathing room. Have patience. Have patience. Have patience. Have patience. It's on its way. Also work with your second chakra, which is your sacral chakra, which is where we are birthed, right? From the wombs of our mothers. Work with Archangel Ariel, number 36, which is also the number 9. Okay? And you can always go back in and take notes of these. Research these archangels. Call to them. All right, that's it. Those are your messages, pile number 3. I love you so much. Hang in there. You are not alone. Reach out to your tribe. We are here. I'm also launching my brand new Patreon channel. It's called the Starseed Panda Warrior Walk. And I'll put the link to that below. I'll be releasing some videos this weekend, and it'll be launched fully on Monday. So look to that. Also, if you'd like to reach out with a personal reading or contribute to this channel in any way financially or with cards, all the links are below. We'll see you next time. Blessed be. Aho. Welcome, pile number 4. 5711 is your angel number. Thank you so much for being here. I am really close to getting my cable for my laptop, but as of right now, I'm doing this on my phone. So if this cuts off on your reading, my beloveds, I will put a link below where it is continued. I am praying that it stays there on this one video. Okay, so this reading it's about only time. What do we need to release over this full moon in Virgo? Well, only time can help us release anything, right? Like we can let something go, but it's not an on and off switch. It doesn't just happen overnight. It needs time to kind of like fade out, kind of like this Mercury retrograde we just had. It was such intense energy. Whenever you watch this, it's timeless, but this is a full moon in Virgo. Today is February 26, 2021. Also, I have to give a shout out to my childhood boyfriend, Bruce Lamont. Happy birthday. He came to me in a dream last night. Now I saw the date today. I was like, oh yeah, it's Bruce's birthday. So really good friend, soul brother from another mother. Even though we were lovers and boyfriend, girlfriend, we are way more friends than we will ever be anything else. So I am sending him a shout out. Yeah, so, and maybe there's a reason why he's coming into this. So that's kind of interesting too, because when I was growing up, we were boyfriend girlfriend in Chicago. We dreamed of moving to Seattle. That's when grunge was really big in like the 80s, and like he was like, "Oh, grunge is about to like take over," blah blah blah. He was in love with Kurt Cobain and all that good stuff. So I don't know why I'm saying that. So maybe you have a connection with Kurt Cobain, or maybe you have a connection with Smells Like Teen Spirit. Like literally, it's that specific like song and album that's coming out. Maybe you need to look into that. I'm not really sure. So I don't know. This is so cool. And this is the first pile that I'm sharing my own personal stuff with. So also angel number 5858. Okay, so I'm going to jump in right now, and there we go, because your pile is about community. Number 7. And that makes a lot of sense. See, now this makes a lot of sense to me, because he wasn't just a boyfriend. He was like a really good friend. And there was a bunch of us that were like a community of friends that we used to hang out together. And we were a group of fucking misfits, probably close to, like Nirvana, really, when I think about it, right? And so, your community, maybe they do look this amazing and they're goddesses and whatever, or they're goddesses and they're beautiful and amazing in their own right, right? Or maybe you have a motley crew. Maybe you have it's interesting because I got that. And then my sweet little friend Maddie and Oliver, the owl, wanted to come in. And so it's like they're kind of saying like whoever your community is, like it's personal for each of us, right? Like we all have our community that makes us happy. And I feel like for you guys, it's really important now for you guys to find your community so you can let your freak flag fly. Let your freak flag fly. This was the rock that came. I just got this recently. I think this was out of the Hama Hama River and on the Olympic Peninsula. And there was so much magic happening with this rock. So I'm not surprised that you chose it. And it's actually interesting because my beloved chose this when I was getting this ready. I don't know why I've never done this before, but I was like, hey, I'm like, are you being pulled in any direction towards anything? And he was like, I'm really pulled towards this rock. So this is really exciting to me too, because my beloved chose it. And then I'm here talking about an ex, so it's kind of interesting, but I think that's what Spirit's trying to say. Like maybe your community is somebody, even my ex-husband and I were friends for years before his current wife would let me, like, she made him stop talking to me. And I was like, dude, I'm like, we have been divorced for years. I'm like, he was with someone for 6 years that became like one of my best friends, Guinevere. Oh, I miss her so much. And so it's funny how, it's like Spirit, that's what Spirit's trying to say. And last night I was watching something and it made me think about how a lot of my gay friends, a lot of my friends in the LGBTQ community, they will be lovers and friends, and then they will still like be friends, and then they'll support their relationships with each other. And I know when I became friends with my ex-husband, a lot of people are like, that's weird. Don't you think that's weird? You shouldn't be friends with them. I'm like, why? Why should we not? By the way, I heard angel number 1129. And I thought, why? Why shouldn't we be friends with each other if we're not in a relationship anymore? And that's why I was upset when my ex-husband's current wife wouldn't let us talk anymore, because I was like, trust me, if we wanted to be together, we would have stayed together. We were married. We were together for like 8.5, almost 9 years, I think. And I was like, if we wanted to be together, we would have stayed together. We weren't meant to be. We were always meant to be friends. And so maybe you guys, I'm sharing my own personal story with you because it's time for you guys to like find your soul tribe. And maybe it is somebody that you dated before. Maybe it's somebody that, or maybe there's somebody in your community, because I'm getting this too. Maybe there's somebody in your community that you really are into, but you're afraid to tell them because you're afraid they won't accept you. Also, indecision came up. I'm just going to be placing a bunch of cards here, and we're kind of do our reading together as we go. And the door to value. This is the snow moon, which is why the snowflakes, but they don't need to stay there. I feel like this one. I heard this one wants to go up here. Okay. So let's see. What other cards? Wow, there's a lot of messages coming through, you guys. Oh, door to romance, but it was in reverse. It's interesting. There's been a lot of love and romance coming around. And the sun was doing some weird stuff, and now look at it. It's like out and bright, and I feel like community wants to go back here. Okay, so indecision wants to be in the middle. So you've got, look at this too, by the way. There are no accidents, right? So you've got the door to value and the door to romance and indecision in the middle. I mean, what the? Right? Like the door to romance and the door to value. Oh my gosh. Was it the pile number 3 or pile number 2? You might want to, if you're drawn to more than one pile, I would definitely go look at it, because I think it was the last pile, the pile before, that it was very similar to this, where it was a very masculine, feminine energy, but it was like the masculine energy was like money and the feminine energy was love. And so I think it's interesting. It's almost like you guys are having a hard time deciding which road to take. Let's get some more clarifiers, Spirit. Let's get some more clarifiers. Oh, look at that. I just said, I'm like, they got the man holding the coin. So there's something here with you guys too. And since the door to value is over here, I'm going to put the man holding the coin over there. And look at, and if you notice the indecision card's getting a little darker, it's going more in the background. Maybe you guys are getting more clarity, I hope. Okay, the next card is number 5, which, by the way, I haven't even really been led to the numbers of these. So we've got the door to romance is 33, which is also the number 6. Indecision is 8. Door to value is 31, which is also 4. A man holding a coin is 43, which is also 7. So we've got 7 and 7, and we've got 8 and 6, and then we've got 5. So it's like 5, 6. So there's definitely like some progression here, but there's something with an attachment. This feels like an energy attachment. Let's get more clarifier. I want to get more clarifiers on this attachment, Spirit. I'm feeling definitely something around this attachment. That, what clarifiers can you give me for that? Ooh, caring connections. Caring connections, which is also number 14, which is the number 5. So I'm going to put this over here. So we've got indecision back here. We've got the door to romance here, the door to value here. We've got attachment and caring connections. Interesting. And it's interesting. It's like 5, 6, because 3 and 3 is 6, right? So 5, 6. And then we've got 7, 8. I almost feel like this needs to be up here with the community. There's something going on. And I always say, people like, put things below, put things below. So today is the full moon in Virgo, which is really amazing. But the message has been coming through almost every single pile pulled this, which is to remind you that you are good enough. But there's something with this indecision that you don't think you're good enough. And you're attached to this caring connection. I feel like there's an attachment to this. Can we get some more clarifiers? I still feel like we're not getting enough, Spirit. We need more. Man holding a heart. What did I say? The other one was like that too. Wow, wow, wow. So we've got door to value. We've got attachment. Oh my goodness. All right. I may need to sit with this for a minute, because this just feels too crazy. Caring connections. Let's put this here. Okay, Spirit. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. I feel like we need one more. The door to spirit. Oh my gosh. I said the door to spirit is your answer, which is also the number 5. So I'm hearing meditation. Some of you already know what the attachment is, whether it's, because if you look in this picture, it's like this attachment can be many things. She's shackled to something. She's holding a mask, but she's holding the mask away from her face. So what is it with these? Are you afraid to show people who you really are? These caring connections, are you afraid to show them who you really are? Are you attaching yourself to an old identity? Because the only way for you to find this peace and feeling good enough about yourself and peace with your love and your money situation is through yourself. Because you're trying too hard to be something you're not. And I feel like this community card, even though the community card can be really good sometimes, I feel like in this context of the reading, of this part of the reading in the context, I'm getting that it's the community that's holding you back. Like almost it feels, especially with the door to spirit, it feels religious. So maybe some of you love church, or you love, you know, this or that, but like the church you go to, or like the people that you're around, your community won't allow you to be who you really are. And so you have this indecision because you're afraid if you do it, you're going to have to go it alone. And Spirit's like, but you don't though, because you've got a doorway. And look, it's another door, a door to value, a door to romance, a door to spirit. I mean, right? It's like, there it is. You don't have indecision. It's like it's right there. Your door is holding you right in the face. And look at, we pulled this out in the other reading too. Look at a woman holding a heart. So we've got all of these different people who you feel like are controlling your life. It's almost as if you're like tethered to all these, to this community. You're tethered to these people. And may I just say, I can see why you would think, oh, well, they have good hearts and they're really good people, whatever, but they're not. They're not caring about you the way you think they are. I'm going to bring that one out in a minute because I feel like I want to see if, yes, and this came up before too, a time to give rather than take, and it's the new moon in Virgo. And the new moon in Virgo will be coming up at the end of summer, beginning of fall. So take this time to really focus on yourself. Because I feel like this is you. You're just like kind of going through life blindly, through one moon cycle to the next moon cycle to the next moon cycle, making sure that everybody else is cared for. You know, this kind of reminds me of, you know, and one of the other piles, I think it was pile 3, was, you know, a broken heart. And that's what I feel like for you guys. I feel like you're, this is you. You're like this playful, super fun fairy. You want to go play and whatever, but you've got all of these other people who are controlling your money, controlling how you feel about yourself and others. That it's, and the love is very conditional. I don't like that. Like, I'm getting this very, like, I want to be like, hey, love them unconditionally. And for some of you, I'm feeling like this androgynous vibe too. Like, you know, maybe you're a woman and you want to be a man, or vice versa. Or maybe you want to dress more like a man or dress more like a woman, but you're afraid to be yourself. And Spirit's saying, don't be afraid. You know why? Because nothing is yet set in stone. It's a mutable moon. The mutable moon. And I am feeling this card for you guys. The mutable moon. Hold on. Okay, so the mutable moon says, nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable is all about change, shape-shifting even. That something is still developing. It could mean that something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means that you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there's also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others, you will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little bit longer. Either way, nothing is yet set in stone. Your mantra is, I know that the best will unfold for me. I know that the best will unfold for me. And right, this reading is called Only Time. So only in time, I know that the best will unfold for me. But it's going to take a minute. You're going to have to make some major changes, some bold moves. This additional meanings for this card says you're meandering towards your goal, and that's okay. It's okay if you're taking a little bit longer. It's not a race. This is all individualized. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you become distracted? It's time to focus. Stay with it, whatever it means to you. So that is, let me see if there's any more messages. And then the Angel of Balance came back in, and she's been showing up to almost every reading. Number 48, right? It's about getting everything in order, like getting your house in order. Also, oh, look at this. We came up with this. This came out for the other one too. You're a healer for the ages. Of course, people aren't going to understand you. People didn't understand Jesus either, right? They thought he was a freak, a weirdo. They thought he was, you know, evil. They thought it was absolutely sacrilegious for him to think he's the second coming. Maybe you are that person, you know, like you're the doorway to the Spirit. You're your own doorway to the Spirit. Hold on, let me just make sure. Are these meant for this pile? Okay. Oh, and look at this. I knew it was going to come out, right? Because you got people in this community that do not have your back, and you know it too. They said if you get that vibe, like somebody gives you, and I also saw 1139 angel number. If there's somebody in your group, in your community, and you're feeling this deceit to them, or you can feel deceit, they're saying don't question that. That is part of your gift. You are somebody who can, you just know. I'm like that too. I'm a human bullshit barometer. I know when people are lying to me. I know when people are trying to, shade me, smoke me, whatever that is. Like, I know when they're trying to pull something over on me, and Spirit's saying, so do you. But you know what? You pay them no mind, because this victory is yours. These cards keep coming up for the piles. But they all had kind of different, slightly different messages. So, don't let these people, nothing yet is set in stone. The victory is there. You are the one holding your heart. You have the door to you have this. You can allow it to come in, or you can allow it to go out. Your value is you. You are good enough. You're your own value. Think of yourself as currency, Spirit is saying. A time to give rather than take. Well, give to the people that are good to you, not to the people who aren't good to you. I remember one time, and I'm not bashing, okay? But I remember my mom, I was living with my mom and my stepdad. And if this cuts off, these are your messages, but I'm going to leave you here. Spirit wants you to find the balance in the giving and the taking. Find the balance, okay? Number 22. And this whole reading theme was angel number 222. But I just remember that my mom and my stepdad, who at the time were struggling really bad, and my mom said, don't forget my offering envelope, and they were going to church, and I was like, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's her offering envelope. And I saw him filling one out, and I said, well, don't you just give one for the family? He's like, no, she gives 10% of what she earns, and I give, or makes, and I give 10% of what I make. And I go, every week? And he goes, yeah. And I go, to the church? And he goes, yeah. And I go, you guys can't afford that. And he's like, no, it's good, it's good, it's good. And let me tell you something. They struggled and struggled and struggled, and it would make me crazy. And I was like, I'm calling your church. I'm going to say something. I go, they shouldn't even accept that from you. They should be offering to help you guys, or you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not trying to dog on religion or church. There are really great communities and great religions and great churches and or groups and communities that do things in the name of religion in a beautiful and loving and open and giving way. But there are a lot that are deceivers. So be mindful of who you're giving your resources to. Also, get out of your head. This is number 47. It's also number 11, the thinking woman. Get out of your head. For some people, the reading was to get into their head. For you, it's to get out of your head. You're in your head too much. You're over analyzing, and you're overthinking things. And look at, once you free yourself from these people, you're going to have so many different opportunities. And talk about doors again, right? Look at all these doors that are open to you guys. I mean, come on. You have endless but you know what? You've got these I used to make fun of it, but it is kind of true when George Bush Jr. used to say the evil doers or whatever. And I was like, it's true. There are a lot of evil doers out there that want you to fail. Don't share things with them. There's some people too that you're sharing too much of your information or maybe your spiritual growth with them, and you're hoping or thinking like that they're going to be in there with you. They're not. And they're not. They may say that they're like, oh yeah, blah, 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 but they're not. And I almost feel like this is you with your heart on your sleeve, and then you've got like some asshole in the background who's like mocking you or making fun of you or whatever, and it's like, you don't need that shit. You don't need that energy. I'm just going to take this right out of this reading, right? Because there are a community of beautiful, beautiful light workers just like yourself who are out there waiting for you to join their family. Let me see, are there any more messages, Spirit? Oh, and this is take time for healing. Balsamic moon. I want you to research balsamic moon, okay? I want you to research it. That's your homework. But this is a time for healing because you're a healer of the ages. This is your victory, is your own personal healing. And you're going to get that through these really good people, this community. And once you let go of this attachment, you won't need that validation, because Spirit is like, you're wanting validation from people who are never going to give it to you. And this is like the ancestor card. We read it in one of the other readings. So if you're meant to, you'll be drawn to that reading. I read it. I read this card. So it's also the number 3, right? The Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, the Holy Trinity. It could be the Trinca, or the, what do they call it? The triple spiral. Look into working with the triple spiral energy. But picture yourself here with the ancestors that have crossed over. Those are the ones that you want to be with you in that temple. and work with Archangel Raphael. He's all about healing and the heart chakra. Wear the color green for protection and also to keep you closer to Raphael. It's also the number 38, which is the number 11. Let me see, are there any more messages for pile number 4, Spirit? Oh yeah, look at this. Because this is you. This is how you see yourself. You're all tied up, but number 23 is also the number 5. And 5s are all about transformation and change. But the only person, see, it's like she can get out of that. All she has to do is kind of maneuver herself a little bit. But this binding, this shackling that you've been having going on, that isn't yours. That belongs to somebody else. We need to heal that binding and work with the healing energy of Raphael so you can rid yourself of those negative hostilities that are all around you now. I know, it feels like it's everywhere, but Spirit's saying, let it go. It's only hostile if you perceive it as hostile. If you perceive it as that everyone's working from their own level of consciousness and that's just where they are, then you'll look at it that way. Does that make sense? Because your hard work is paying off. And by the new moon in Capricorn, which will be the end of this year, beginning of next year, you're going to really see that by letting these people go and by following your own path, that you won't feel this feeling anymore. Look at them. They're like, whoopee. It's like half mermaid, half goat, right? I mean, how cool is that? Be the mermaid, Spirit said. Be the mermaid. Let your freak flag fly. Look at Maddie's like, let your freak flag fly. Let your freak flag fly. Look at me, my cute hair, right? Like, I have my dolls and all my stuff all around that make me happy. Who cares what anybody else thinks? If you want to be a child, be a child. It's none of their business. It's none of anybody's business what you do. This is your time. This is your life. Do what makes you happy, not what makes other people happy. And expect powerful change. Ooh, and look up the new moon eclipse for 2021. Let's see if there's any new moon eclipses. If not, find out when the next new moon eclipse is, because I see that's when you will really be the healer for the ages. You'll be so big that you'll block out the sun, you'll block out the moon, you'll be so powerful, and you'll be reaping the rewards of a cornucopia of awesomeness. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. See, good things are coming, but you got to do it. You got to do the work and you got to build the strategy. You got to start now. When I looked down, it was 1255, angel number. You've got it. And that's also the number 13. And this is the number 3, 21. So get a strategy going. What's going to work for you? How are you going to, and work with Shamuel, your third chakra, which is also our solar plexus. Work with Archangel Shamuel. Okay, any more messages, Spirit? Nope, I believe that's here. Let me just make sure. I got one more pile over here. Are there any more messages, Spirit? Any more messages whatsoever in this group, for this group? Any more messages? Just don't forget that you, and it doesn't have to be a woman, it's the feminine side of you. Keep the balance, the 44. Keep the balance. Keep love in your heart. You are good enough. Keep that love in your heart. Call upon the archangels. They won't help you unless you ask them. Even if you ask them every day, or you say, like Michael knows, Michael walks with me every day. I don't have to ask Michael to be there. Michael's just there because he knows, right? Ooh, and Metatron. Yes, you powerful healers, work with Metatron. The 6th chakra, that's your third eye, right? Work with your 6th chakra and Archangel Metatron. Any more messages, Spirit? Any more messages? Nope, that's it. We're going to leave it here. Pile number 4. Also, I finally got my Patreon channel together, and I have a link below. I'm going to be launching it on Monday, March 1st. Whenever you watch this, it's timeless, so maybe it's, been going on. But for us in real time, today is February 26, 2021, and tomorrow is the full moon, and then Sunday is February 28th. That's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. He would have been 71 in Earth years. And then Monday will be March 1st. Can you believe it? We're already into the 3rd month already of this year. So hang tight, you guys. You are not alone. So I'll have a link to my Patreon channel. And then also, if you'd like to book any time with me one-on-one, or if you would like to donate to this channel, all the information will be below. And I'll see you next time. Blessed be. Oh. Hey tribe. So Spirit called me to do like not really a bonus pile so much, or is like a question under this full moon. And what came to me was from this really great tarot spread book, and it was called or I should say it was page 78 I was drawn to, and the reading is, what is the cause of my ... question mark. So I want you to ask right now. We're going to do like a little impromptu reading for anybody who needs to know, like, what is the cause of my this, that, or other? You know what I mean? Like, what is the cause of my pain? What is the cause of my lack? What is the, like, what is the cause of my blind spot? Like, whatever it is, like, what is the cause of this person dying? Like, whatever, like, or, you know what I mean? Like, or what, I don't even know. Like, that just came up. So I'm going to pull some cards, and this one I know for sure wants to be here. I just don't know when it's going to come out. So for the rest of it, I'm going to just pull cards, okay? So think in your mind, what is the cause of my blah, blah, blah? And really think about it. I'll be right back. Okay, I just had a little check-in. And if this runs out, then I'm going to do a separate video for this, because I felt like it was supposed to be a separate video, but then Spirit said keep going, and I'm like, okay. So this came up from one of our readings too. So what is the cause of why am I all tied up? Number 23. What is the cause of that? You're not using your third eye. Metatron is here to tell you that it's your third eye. And also, it was really sunny and beautiful, and now these dark clouds came in. So I feel like you're your own worst enemy. For some of you, I feel like that the Spirit wanted me to say that, like, you're your own worst enemy. You are the one that is tying yourself up. Oh my gosh, you guys, this was the comment in the reading. I have so many different cards, but these still cards keep coming up. So let's see. So we need to work with our third eye. What is the cause of my... Okay, and now they said that it's time for this one. Angel of Strength. So call on your angel of strength, which is Metatron. Even though Michael is our protector, Metatron is saying your third eye is your strength. So you're feeling all tied up because you're still trying to function in a world that doesn't belong to you. And Spirit's saying, you just can't live there. It's not meant for you. It's not meant for you. A time for healing. So what is the cause of my, whatever it is, you need to heal it. You need to heal it. Okay, what is the cause of my X, Y, and Z? It's individualized for each person. And this came up the whole reading. Balance, yin and yang. So the cause of your whatever is because you're not balanced. And I feel like this is also like an extra message for some of us. Like maybe you saw this in the reading, but you're not taking it seriously, and Spirit's saying like it's because of you and your balance. Like you're not seeking help. You need to ask for help. What is the cause of my victory? I should say, I feel like for some of you, you're saying like, why am I not being victorious? And now it's starting to pour rain, by the way. I think that's interesting. I feel like the men and the woman need to be up here. They're like our mascots, so to speak. Get this out of the way. And look at that. I feel like the woman wants to be in front of the man. They're saying lead with your heart and the rest of it will fall into place. Lead with your heart, lead with your heart, lead with your heart. Although I feel like some of you want to show that sparkle. You want to show your sparkle. The angel of strength. And you know what? I'm going to read this card. I can't stop looking at it, and I feel like there's a message here. So it says the angel of strength is about personal power and inner strength. Yes. Strength. It's not having enough strength. That's the cause of your X, Y, and Z. This amazing angel brings the news that this is a time of increasing power for you. It's not the time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You are capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny, for the power that comes from within reaches out to the universe and beyond. Inner strength and unlimited resourcefulness flow through you at this time, helping you to create real results. Call upon this wonderful angel and on your own inner resourcefulness to bring you the focus and resolve to do what's necessary in order to make your dreams a reality. So maybe you're saying, like, what's the cause of, like, why am I not reaching my goal, right? Like, why haven't I reached victory yet? And Spirit's saying, because it's still a time for history. Oh, Freudian slip. It's still a time for healing, right? And so there's something in your history that's blocking you, that's got you all tied up back here. It's something from your past. So it's definitely something from your past, and it's individual for each one of you. I'll see if I can get some clarifiers here. Caring connections, number 14. This is a relationship. This definitely did. Earlier I felt like that was an angel holding a woman, but that feels very relationship based for me. So what is the cause of my breakup? Oh, look at my throat chakra. Goodness gracious. I feel like I'm being choked right now. Angel number, what was that? 1292. 1292. 1292. Oh, yes, because what is the cause of your whatever? Deceit. So either you're deceiving others or others are deceiving you. But that is the cause of your pain. That is the cause of your struggling. That is the cause of your lack. It is deceit that is happening through this caring connection. They had me go straight over to that. So isn't it interesting? Before I felt like that was an angel, and now I feel like this is like an attachment that's like, we were like, but I don't want to give up my house, or I don't want to give up this, or I don't want to give up that. And they're like, they're just things. You'll get more things. You know, I didn't understand it at the time, but when I was younger, I just always felt this need to move around, move around. I actually put a gypsy tattoo on my arm because I was like, it's time for me to, like, I just want to stop moving around. But, you know, I've moved 28 times in 5 different states. You know, I've been married once, divorced, engaged, broken up, you know, like so many things. It's like, that's life. That's what life is about. It's about change. It's not about staying the same. So in order for you to get past this and for you to be, you know, it's like, what is the cause of my X, Y, and Z? It's like, well, Spirit's telling you right here, but you're not having enough patience. You just want it to happen. It's like, you just want to, like, do it and then just be over. And Spirit's like, it doesn't work that way though, does it? Right? In order to get to this victory, we need to heal. And healing takes patience and strength and fortitude, right? We need to be able to see far, far beyond ourselves. So Spirit said, instead of being tied up in your head and being tied up with your energy and your emotions, why don't you start doing things that make you happy? Writing, researching, reading, playing with animals. You know, like, this is where your victory lies, in yourself. And I'm getting this thing from Spirit that it makes them sad sometimes because you feel like you can't do this on your own. And they're like, you can. Even if you're watching this and you're 70 years old and you're a grandmother and, you know, whatever, and you're like, oh no, I can't. Because why? Because you haven't yet. Well, that's like, age is just a number, and it's angel number 1314. Age is just a number, and you are a healer of the ages, and you are timeless, you are ageless, and you are full of love and grace. You're a healer for the ages. You are balanced. You do have strength and patience and all that. It's just the people around you that don't, and then they make you feel like you're out of balance, but you're the angel of balance. Most likely you're the angel of balance in all of your groups and all of your, wherever you are, whether it's work, home, friends, family. People look to you because you are this healer of the ages. But then they also manipulate you, right? Like, they come in with this deceit and they shower you with gifts, and, you know, or maybe it's somebody who is like, oh, here, but they're like always looking over their shoulder at somebody else, but they're cheating on you, and you know what I mean? Oh, she'll forgive me, he'll forgive me, they always forgive me. And you're like, you know what? No, I'm done now. I'm working with my third eye, and my third eye tells me that you're full of shit, and I don't want to be in my head thinking about you, wondering where you are, wondering what's happening, right? You are the angel of strength. You are the angel of balance. You are the angel of patience. Okay, I think this is going to cut off soon, so this may be our last one. Oh, And look at this. And you could be the one holding the coin. This is more for masculine energy. And they're saying like maybe you rely too much on somebody with a masculine energy, whether it's a woman who's more masculine or a man who is really machismo, whatever, won't let you work, you know, kind of thing. They're saying you can make your own money. This is a whole new world, right? You don't have to rely on anybody. Angel number 1618. Number 43 is also the number 7. You got this. And you've got the balance, right? Like you've got, I love that there's masculine and feminine energy all throughout this reading because they want you to see that you are capable. You hold the key to everything. Yes, it's nice to have companionship. I love my husband and my cat, and I'm glad that I have my little family, right? Like my little family is everything. But at the same time, it's like I am my own person. They don't bring me happiness. I bring myself happiness. And by going through the door of spirit, which is the number 32 and the number 5, you had 23, which is 32 backwards, right? It's like this is your message, right? Right here. If you're all tied up, you got to go through that door of spirit and look at it's just backwards. But when you make it's 23, but when you flip it over, it's 32 and you're making progress, right? You're making progress. You're making progress. Let's see if we have any more messages to see what is the cause of your X, Y, and Z. Any more messages? Yes, and lean on your community. This card has been coming up a lot, but for completely different reasons for everybody. But this one, it's like, yes, lean on your community. They're out there. All of your community, they're out there, they're out there, they're out there. No more indecision. Should or get off the pot now. You can't just wait around. You're waiting for something to happen, and you're the cause of this, right? You're the cause of being all tied up. It's your own indecision, but spirit's all over you, all around you saying, look, I'm giving you this opportunity, that opportunity. I'm giving you people. I'm giving, you know, if you found yourself here, you're a powerful light worker. We are your community. We are the panda tribe. Panda warriors. The reason why I love the panda bear and why when spirit came to me and gave me the panda bears, I understood it because pandas are really fierce creatures, but they're super lovable and they're squishy and fun and they're laughing. They're joyful energy, but they will fuck a bitch up if they have to, but they don't want to, right? They want to be the peaceful leader. They want to be the peaceful healer. But sometimes we do have to step out of our comfort zone, you know, because nothing is yet set in stone. This indecision, only you are tying yourself up with that. Nothing is set in stone, and the water is only choppy if you allow it to be choppy. Have faith in your dreams, sweethearts. I love you so much. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. I'm going to put this over here around spirit. Hold on. Spirit is calling me to read this card, right? So have faith in your dreams. It's the waxing crescent moon. Ooh, look at that. That's okay. We don't want you to put your fire out, right? We want your fire to be lit high within. But what the waxing crescent moon wants you to know is that the energy around the waxing crescent moon is all about courage and moving forwards with faith. And Spirit says, don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, then it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question, right? The door to spirit is meditating. And the third eye, right? That's all about connecting with spirit through your third eye, through meditation, closing your eyes and working with Metatron. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation that you're asking about. So keep the faith. Yes, angel number 1373. Your mantra is, I am focused on what I want. I am focused on what I want. I am focused on what I want. Just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean that they're not manifesting, right? So don't look back. Stay focused on moving forwards. Be patient as events unfold. And they just said that, right? Dig a little deeper to find more courage. The waxing crescent moon is the second moon phase in the 8 main moon phases. But even if it's not the time of the waxing crescent moon when you pull this card, it still suggests that you need to really pursue your dreams. It's the time to put your foot down hard as you chase your goals. Yes, I believe that's all of our messages. Are there any more messages, Spirit? We got a few more cards here. Any more decks? Anything around here, Spirit? Do we have any more messages for our beautiful panda tribe? Let's see. Ooh, I think we might. Let's see. Are there anyone? Okay. Oh, and they're saying, don't forget, when you're in that meditation, ask Spirit, what is in my soul contract? If you are lost and you don't even know what your dreams are anymore, and you're not even sure how to get there, Spirit says, close your eyes, right? That's what she's doing. She's got her eyes closed. She's balancing. She's like, what is my soul contract? And you may be a Libra, or you may be dealing with a Libra too, or an air sign. Let me see if we have any messages. I feel like the Love Yourself deck wants to come out, so I'm going to see if there are any more messages. Spirit, yeah, so they're saying for some of you, you don't know because you're not taking enough time to yourself to meditate and sit with Spirit. And Spirit, these are messages directly to you from Spirit. This is, I think it's getting close to running out. I am precious and I cherish who I am. This is what Spirit wants you to say to yourself. I am precious and I cherish who I am. Healing means to make whole and to accept all parts of myself, not just the parts I like, but all of me. I love myself totally in the now. Yes, Spirit's saying, like, don't look at like, oh, you know, when I get to X, Y, and Z, then this is what's going to happen. They're like, no, I choose a bright future now by taking baby steps right this second today. What's one little thing that you can do? What's one little thing that you can do when you're done watching this reading that you can do to, you know, maybe it's meditating. You know, maybe, and meditating, it's different for everybody. Some people like to drive and meditate. Some people like to walk and meditate. Some people like to lay down and listen to a guided meditation, whatever works for you. But Spirit wants you to know, I am in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. You haven't missed anything. You haven't missed anything. I see myself healthy, whole, and living in a society where it is safe for me to be who I am and to love others. Yes. Right? All these angels are telling you. They're like, we got your back. Look at Jesus up there. I'm sure that's supposed to be a picture of Jesus, you know, with his hands up. And you've got you got feminine and masculine energy there. And we're going to take this deceit away. And I feel like there may be one more from this. No, that's it? Okay. I feel like there's one card that wants to go up there. Oh, they're saying to put it back to on the one reading, that was an angel. Look at that as an angel supporting you. Also, I look at this as a very androgynous individual. Even though it's masculine energy, it feels very feminine to me too. So this almost feels like a beautiful lesbian couple to me. So if this is like calling to you, and but it's, you know, there's so much going on right now. People have been asking a lot of questions about their sexuality and what they're drawn to, and there's nothing wrong with anything. If you love it, whatever it is, like if you love that energy, whether it's masculine, feminine. So when I'm saying it, it's like the energy, whatever you're in love with, you're in love with. Don't question too much about what somebody looks like on the inside or on the outside. It's about what's on the inside. I have the power to make change. Yes. Every habit and pattern I create serves me in some way. When I am ready to let it go, the universe helps me release it. Yes. Okay, I think those are our messages, you guys. Let me see. Those are our messages. So if you have, let me see, make sure. Oh, and look at this. And the door to romance is with yourself first. I am precious, and I cherish who I am. The door to romance is with yourself and with your spirit energy, right? And your heart. Love is the answer. Love is a many splendid thing, right? Love can lift you up. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. And by the fall, you guys, by the end of summer, the fall, things are going to really start to come together. I promise you. Just give yourself and this energy a little bit more time. And look at this. We've got a woman holding heart and a man holding a heart. This reading has been very interesting. So I hope that you all got whatever you needed from it. Also, I've been announcing that my Patreon channel will be releasing on March 1st. I'm going to put the link below if you'd like to join that. And also if you'd like to book a one-on-one reading with me or donate to this channel, all that information is below. And Spirit says, for our last card, what do you need to release? Right? Even though that was our question for this full moon energy, Spirit's saying, what do you need to release? For your, what is the cause of my ... Release it now. It's time to let it go. Those are our messages, you guys. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Blessed be. Oh, bye.